Let's delve into a detailed explanation of the chapter Indian Politics Trends and Developments. Political Science, Class 12th, breaking down its key points and concepts. But first, do subscribe to Ritesh Budden. The introduction to the chapter. The text begins by setting the stage for an analysis of political developments in India over the last 2 decades. It acknowledges the complexity and unpredictability of these developments, emphasizing the need to understand them to make sense of the present. The chapter presents several critical questions that revolve around the implications of these political changes. Number 1. First point. Rise of coalition politics. The Congress party, which had dominated Indian politics, faced a significant defeat in 1989 elections, making the end of what was referred to as the Congress system. Although the Congress party still remained an important political force, it lost some of its previous centrality. Point number 2. Mandal issue. A pivotal development during this period was the emergence of the Mandal issue. This term refers to the decision to implement the recommendations of the Mandal Commission, which aimed to reserve central government jobs for the other backward classes, OBCs. However, this decision led to violent protests and debates about OBC reservations. Point number 3. New economic policies. New economic policies. In the early 1990s, the country embarked on a significant shift in its economic policies, known as the Structural Adjustment Program or New Economic Reforms. This marked a departure from the economic direction India had followed since gaining independence. These policies faced criticism but continued to be implemented by subsequent governments. Number 4. Ayodhya dispute and the rise of Hindutva. The demolition of the disputed Babri Masjid structure in Ayodhya in December 1992 had profound implications. It symbolized changes in Indian politics and intensified debates about Indian nationalism and secularism. It was closely associated with the rise of the Bharatiya Janata Party, that is BJP, and its Hindutva ideology. Then number 5. Leadership changes. The assassination of Rajiv Gandhi in 1991 led to a shift in the leadership of the Congress party, with Narasimha Rao becoming the Prime Minister. The 1991 elections saw the Congress emerging as the single largest party. Next point, point number 6. Era of coalitions. Era of coalitions. The elections of 1989 did not produce a majority for any single party. The Congress party, despite being the largest in the Lok Sabha, did not secure a clear majority and thus decided to sit in the opposition. The National Front, which was an alliance of the Janata Dal and regional parties, formed a coalition government with support from both the BJP and the Left Front. Then number 7, decline of Congress. Next point, number 7, decline of Congress. The defeat of the Congress party in 1989 marked the end of its dominance over Indian politics. This was a significant change from the restoration of the Congress system that had happened earlier. The political landscape shifted towards a multi-party system with several parties contesting elections. The next point, point number 8, please note down. Alliance politics. Alliance politics. The 1989 elections marked the beginning of an era of coalition governments in India. Since then, there have been multiple governments at the center, all of which were either coalition governments or minority governments supported by other parties. This phase involved regional parties playing a crucial role in forming ruling alliances. Number 9. Political rise of other backward classes. Please note down. A notable development during this period was the growing political influence of the other backward classes OBCs. These are communities other than scheduled castes, that is SC, and scheduled tribes, that is ST, that face educational and social backwardness. The rise of OBC parties and their demands for better opportunities in education, employment, and political representation became a significant political force. Then number 10. Communalism, secularism, and democracy. The emergence of politics rooted in religious identity, particularly the BJP's Hindutva ideology, raised questions about secularism and democracy. Events like the Shah Bano case and the Ayodhya dispute triggered significant debates about the role of religious sentiments in electoral politics. Then number 11, the next point, emergence of a new consensus. Emergence of a new consensus. Despite intense political competition and conflicting ideologies, a consensus emerged among most political parties on several key issues. Number A. Support for new economic policies which were seen as crucial for India's prosperity and global standing. Number B. Recognition of the social and political claims of backward castes, leading to support for reservations in education and employment. C. Next, acceptance of state-level parties in national governance, reducing the distinction between state and national politics. Then D. Emphasis on pragmatic political considerations over ideological alignments, as seen in the formation of coalition governments involving parties with varying ideologies. In conclusion, the chapter sheds light on the intricate and multifaceted political changes that have defined India's landscape over the past 2 decades. The shift from Congress dominance to a more competitive coalition-based politics has had profound implications for the country's governance and identity. These changes have been marked by the rise of OBC and Dalit political movements, debates around secularism and communalism, and the emergence of a new consensus on critical issues. As India's political dynamics continue to evolve, the nation remains committed to the principles of democracy and secularism. Even as it grapples with the complexities and challenges of its diverse political landscape, the text underscores the enduring significance of understanding India's political history to make sense of its present and anticipate the future of this vibrant democracy. Let's move to another very important topic, that is the subunit added to this chapter, Indian politics, trends and developments. And the topic is, or the subunit is, NDA 3 and 4. NDA 3 and 4. Please stay tuned and watch till the end. This topic discusses the political landscape in India, particularly focusing on the Bharatiya Janata Party BJP and the National Democratic Alliance NDA during the 2014 and 2019 Lok Sabha elections. In 2014, the BJP led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi achieved an absolute majority in the Lok Sabha elections, marking a significant shift in Indian politics after almost 3 decades. This absolute majority means that the BJP had enough seats in the Lok Sabha to form a government without relying on a coalition with other parties. This government was often referred to as NDA-3. Unlike previous coalition governments, NDA-3 was distinct because it was not just led by a national party, the BJP, but also largely dominated by the BJP, which held an absolute majority in the Lok Sabha. This unique situation led to it being described as a surplus majority coalition, signifying a transformation in India's coalition politics, moving from multi-party coalitions to a one-party dominated coalition. In 2019, the 17th Lok Sabha elections were held and the BJP-led NDA, referred to as NDA-4, once again gained power. This time they won more than 350 seats out of the total 543 in the Lok Sabha. The BJP alone secured 303 seats, which was the largest number won by a single party in the Lok Sabha since 1984, when the Congress party had a landslide victory following the assassination of Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. The BJP's remarkable success in 2019 led social scientists to compare the current political landscape in India to the BJP system, implying that India was entering an era of one-party dominance similar to the historical Congress system, where the Indian National Congress was the dominant political force in the country. In summary, the text highlights the significant shift in Indian politics from coalition-based governance to one-party dominance, with the BJP playing a central role in shaping this transformation during the 2014 and 2019 Lok Sabha elections. This is the end of this video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.